Do you have a favorite sport? My favorite sport is baseball. And I have a favorite baseball team, and it's the Washington Nationals. And this year, in case you didn't know, the Washington Nationals won the World Series. It's the biggest championship of baseball, and it's called the World Series, and they won it this year. After years and years of heartbreak, they won it. And I'm really excited. My whole family was really excited. But one of the things that really stood out to me about the team that was able to win the World Series, the Washington Nationals, is that they were always for each other and they were always respectful of each other and honoring each other. And that really kind of ties into today's our theme about honor, but also the story today about David and Jonathan, because there's a lot of respect for each other and a lot of honor for each other. Now, just to give you a little bit of a backdrop, Jonathan is King Saul's son. And so Jonathan would be taking over the kingship when Saul passed away. Well, David was not related, but he had just beaten Goliath. And there was all this overwhelming support for David to eventually be king because he was just this great hero now and he's a great warrior. And so I wanted to look at today's passage and look at this friendship that Jonathan and David have. And I wanted you to look to see how Jonathan honors David all throughout that friendship. So what I want you to do right now is to pause the video, read the story, and answer these few questions. And then when you get done, press play, and we'll continue from there. Did you see the different ways that Jonathan honored David throughout? You know, the bottom line of today's story is honor others by putting them first. Jonathan put David first in a lot of different situations when he didn't have to. Jonathan was going to inherit the kingship. He was going to be king next in line. But he chose to put his friendship with David first, and he chose to honor him first. And that's what's so important. And that's what, again, if you look at it from the Washington Nationals perspective, they had a bunch of players on the team that were really good players. But what they chose to do was to honor each other, and by allowing them to be first, putting them first, because they wanted to accomplish a bigger objective. Well, what Jonathan did here with David was that he chose to put him first, and he honored him, he respected him, he cared for them. It was a true friendship, a true bond. And so my question for you today is, how are you honoring other people today? How are you honoring your friends? Are you putting them first, or are you taking all the glory and all the accolades? I would encourage you, honor them today by putting them first. And if you have a story about how you put them first or how you were put first, I would love to hear your stories. So put it in the comment section below about how you felt honored or how you honored someone else by putting them first today. Well, now as we wrap up, I want to go over the memory verse we'll be looking at for the next few weeks. It's Romans 12:10. Love one another deeply, honor others more than yourselves. We have a real opportunity to honor other people by putting them first. So let's honor other people more than ourselves today and by putting them first. So that is the challenge for us today, and I hope that you're able to do that. And again, as you have stories, definitely put it in the comment section below. All right, everyone, well, I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I'll talk to you next week with a whole new story on honor. Have a great week, everyone.